Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. Today, looking at a couple of Fortnite figures who I've showed recently on some toy hauls. So I've got Frozen Red Knight, I believe, and then we have Elf, and I think this is Elf Mint, perhaps. Both look pretty cool. Got these because they're going to really fit into my fantasy universe with a bit of work. And I'll talk about that work in a moment, but let's turn the camera around and have a better look, a more detailed look. Okay, back right now. So here they both are. Both look pretty cool, and as I said, I got them for fantasy reasons, fantasy appeal. So Elf looks pretty nice. I like that looking face. The upper body's great. If you want him for fantasy, just got to cut this off his hand and change his lower legs, and then he's got a fantasy figure, or can take that head off, and he'll work fine. Very, very nice looking figure. The color scheme's a bit far out, you know. He's almost camouflage with this sort of fantasy background here, but it does quite work the color scheme. Apart from that sort of, he's very sick, he's almost dead flesh color that he's got there. And then we have Frozen Red Knight, I believe, or Red Knight Frozen. There's no real new parts in this. This helmet is the same as Black Knight. The body we've seen before. I forget on which Fortnite figure now. And legs we've seen before, everything seen before. But with her, just replace really the legs, and you've got an almost perfect fantasy female knight figure. Just got to give a repaint. I don't really like the way they've done the eyes. There's two little dots inside there. Let's have a look at articulation and come back to the elf. So she has head, really good left to right, and pretty impressive down, and a pretty impressive up. She can fly like a rocket woman. Shoulders, all the way up, pretty good, and they go all the way around. Biceps, this is where, I keep saying this, where Fortnite are usually falling down, is, God, that is so stiff. Don't even bend that one. Come on, bend, don't break. Ooh. God, that was a close run call. Biceps, you can see her right is 90 degrees, her left is slightly under 90 degrees. She has trunk articulation, not bad. Forward, backwards is pretty good. Forward is the armor gets in the way. Side to side is pretty good. She can turn, but the armor stops again. She should have waist. No waist. Let's have a look inside. If we look inside, you can just about make out this part here really is going to stop the waist, because the way it's fitted, it's so tight. That's why she's no waist. Turn. Hips, not so bad. Forwards is alright. Backwards, pretty non-existent. There is thigh twist. Sorry, her hands both have a wave articulation and they swivel. She has double kneecap, gets really tight on one, really tight on the other. And there's no boot twist, but there is stiff ankles again. There we go. There is potential for tippy toe. With one being more a greater range of motion on her right than her left. You can see the difference in angle there. And also she will have dorsiflexation, but this left foot at first is already kind of stiff. There we go. And it's not the best, but it's alright. Decent articulation, but changes lower legs. Give a repaint. You've got a fantastic looking knight figure. Maybe cover that little silver part on her arm there as well. I think she's pretty cool. And I do like that head sculpt, that helmet sculpt that we saw on Black Knight. Okay, so let's look at Elf here. So again, he has a left and a right, but this sort of scarf gets in the way. No real down. Very nice up. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it was definitely a bird. Okay, so that's pretty decent. Arms, all the way around, but a slight angle, not close to his head. Shoulders goes up more than his Fortnite counterpart there, more than Frozen Red Knight. Biceps, let's have a look. Not great on his left or his right. Trunk, can't turn a lot. Forwards, backwards okay, can't dip a lot. Again, not really waist, which is a shame. Legs, pretty good. Just his sort of his tunic, I guess is the best word. Gets in the waist slightly, but still pretty impressive on the splits. Forwards is alright. Backwards is non-existent. Thigh twist, double kneecap, but he's got real chunky calf muscles with his lower legs. So he only really gets to just over 90 degrees. And same with his feet. He has no boot twist. He does, this foot is quite loose. He does have a decent dorsiflexation. His tippy toe, however, is better than the other one. And they both have, I didn't show it on the Frozen Red Knight, their feet can swivel outwards and inwards. So he's got decent articulation too. I like Fallout figures. I think for their price point, they are absolutely fantastic. I know the articulation is not the best, but you do get decent articulation. I just wish there was a boot turn on their figures. Another great thing is because they're relatively cheap, especially on second-hand market, some of the very common ones, they're great for buying, for using for parts, for customs, etc. Two very nice figures. Let's just have just a sense of scale with a non-Fortnite figure. I'll use who I just reviewed the other day, the Animal Wars of the Kingdom Belarus. Okay, let's see if you can stand up for me now. It'll probably drop off in a second, and Belarus is gonna be rather mean looking compared to them. Rawr, he's a big dude. And they could all work in the same universe very, very happily, I think. Two nice figures. I think they're worth picking up, particularly since I got them loose and cheap here in China. So it does have its advantages living here. I think I'd recommend them, particularly if you're into fantasy and even into customs, and obviously if you're into Fortnite, then even better because this will be right up your street. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already and click on the notification icon. I'll be back soon with more awesome actual video reviews for you guys. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.